Communication, Board of Education and NEA agreement.
It's a pleasure, council. Mr. Cowell.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to make a motion that we receive the communication and take no action at this time. And thank you, I guess I'd like to speak.
Sure. Motion made to receive the communication, take no action. Second by Mr. Negushev. Mr. Cowell, you have the floor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Through Corporation Counsel, Mr. Pinter, if I'm not mistaken, the council's obligation with this contract is not necessarily to accept, but our only obligation is to reject if we choose to do so. Is that correct?
The statute, the law does not require you to accept the proposed agreement. It does require you to take action only if you want to reject the agreement. That's the only time you need to take a vote if you decide to reject it. So the motion is correct.
I'd like to just speak to that. My second will agree to that.
Sure, you still have the floor, Mr. Cowell.
I'm very concerned about this contract, and I'm very concerned about the Board of Ed negotiating this contract. We're looking at, in the first year, $400,000. The second year, we're looking at $800,000. And a year ago, we were only barely able to squeak out $1 million to the Board of Ed, in addition to their previous year monies. And things are not improving with the economy the way we all hoped they would at this point, and I'm very concerned about us putting out $1.2 million over the next 2 years for this, and how, and I'm going to say this, the board is going to fund this, because this council still has to go through its budget process in March and April, and last year we were cutting out freshman sports, and we're eliminating things. We were going to lay off multiple teachers, and I don't think the multiple teacher layoff actually panned out, but I'm just concerned that we're doing this at $1.2 million over 2 years, and how the taxpayers can afford to keep paying that, and particularly the constituents that ask us to control and watch our spending. So just want that on the record, Your Honor, for the school board to know that this coming budget cycle is probably going to be the worst we've ever seen. I thought last year's was the worst, but I believe that this year's will be the worst. And I don't know if there's any improvement on the horizon, so that's all I have to say.